Hello and welcome to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to be here, whether you're listening with headphones on or letting this play quietly in the background. I truly appreciate you joining me. So get comfortable and let's begin. Picture this. It's after midnight. No lights, no movement, no sound except the low hum of the world breathing in its sleep. You're deep in a dream when the mattress shifts beside you. Not gently, not the way it would if someone rolled over. It sinks with weight, with intention, like a body lowering itself down. You feel it before you understand it. The dip of the bed, the pull of gravity towards something that should not be there. Then, breathing, slow, measured, close enough that the sound grazes your ear. You do not open your eyes, because somewhere, buried beneath thought and logic, a warning screams through your bones. If you look at it, it will know you've seen it. And if it knows that, it will never leave. This is not a story my family tells anymore. Not because time erased it, but because saying it out loud feels like knocking on something that might still be listening. It happened to my uncle, though that isn't his real name. We'll call him Evan Hale. Late 1990s, the Western United States. Every time someone starts to mention it, voices lower. Eyes drift away. Someone finds an excuse to change the subject. Because whatever happened that night didn't just frighten him. Followed him. Evan worked brutal hours at a manufacturing plant outside a dying rail town in northern Arizona. The kind of place where the land feels exhausted, where even the wind sounds tired. He had just married Lena. New rings, new plans. That fragile optimism you only get when you believe the worst chapters are already behind you. They decided to take an overnight train east to visit family. No phones back then, no constant check-ins. Once that train pulled away, the outside world might as well have vanished. They boarded just before midnight. A friend, trying to be generous, had upgraded their tickets to a private sleeper cabin. It was narrow, claustrophobic, a sliding door that locked from the inside. Heavy curtains thick enough to swallow the outside world whole. Behind their passenger car sat something unusual. A livestock transport coach. Cattle, goats, guard dogs, chains, metal. Living things that breathed and shifted and understood fear. The train lurched forward. Lights streaked past the windows. And then night closed in. Not ordinary darkness. The kind that feels dense, pressurized, as if the world outside has been erased and replaced with something watching. At exactly 2:07 a.m., the sound changed. The steady rhythm of wheels on track slowed. Metal cried softly against metal. This wasn't an emergency stop. It was controlled, deliberate, as if the train itself had decided it had gone far enough. Came to rest. No station, no signal lights, no announcement over the intercom, just endless blackness pressing against the windows. Dark enough that Evan could barely see his own reflection. 5 minutes passed, then 10. No footsteps, no voices. The train felt hollow, abandoned. Evan stepped into the corridor. The air was colder there, stale. A man shuffled past him, slow, uneven steps, like his joints were resisting the act of walking. Evan asked what was happening. The man didn't slow, didn't turn, didn't blink. He said, without emotion, "There's something on the tracks ahead." "How long are we stopping?" Evan asked. The man paused, just long enough to feel intentional. Then he whispered, "As long as it wants." Evan returned to the cabin. Lena was asleep. The door slid shut with a soft, final click. The The silence outside felt heavier now, thick, oppressive. Then the animals began to move, not restless, terrified. Hooves scraped backward, bodies slammed against walls. Chains rattled like desperate prayers. Evan felt a pressure in his chest, a certainty. He needed the restroom. He unlocked the door and froze. That feeling again. That unshakable knowledge that someone was standing so close he should feel warmth, breath, presence. But the corridor was empty. When he returned, his heart nearly stopped. Someone was sitting inside the cabin, on the edge of the bed, facing Lena. The man lifted his head. It was Evan. Same face, same eyes, same posture. That thing was speaking softly to her, comforting her. Evan took a step forward, and reality snapped. The cabin was empty. Lena lay rigid, eyes wide, skin drained of color. She whispered, "Why did you leave again?" Evan told her he hadn't. Her head shook violently. "You sat right here," she said. "You told me not to be afraid." Evan locked the door. His hands wouldn't stop shaking. Something stopped outside their cabin, directly in front of it. Breathing, slow, wet. The livestock coach erupted. Animals screamed. Metal shrieked. Chains slammed against steel. Evan whispered, "Who's there?" The breathing stopped. Silence followed. Not peace. Expectation. The lights flickered just once. Lena tried to scream. No sound came out. When the lights returned, she whispered, "There was someone in here. Not outside. Inside." Hair hanging over its face, so close she could smell damp earth and rot. Footsteps approached. A railway worker appeared, flashlight trembling. Before Evan could speak, the man said, "Do not open your door again." "Why?" Evan asked. The man swallowed hard. "Because it already knows which one of you is weaker." A violent crash thundered from the livestock car. Passengers screamed. Evan peeked through the curtain. A woman stood near the animals, or something shaped almost like one. Her spine bent at an impossible angle. Her hair clung to her face in tangled clumps. She wasn't attacking them. She was listening. Then her head snapped toward Evan's cabin. Too fast. He dropped the curtain. Knocking followed. Soft, then harder. Lena sobbed. Evan shouted for it to leave. A voice answered, dry, ancient, starved. "You brought her here." Something scraped beneath the window. Hair rose into view. Just hair. No face. No body. Impossible. Lena stared at the glass. Her lips moved. "She's calling me," she whispered. Her body went cold. Her eyes emptied. She sat upright. "Open the door," she said. "I don't belong with you anymore." That voice was not hers. Chaos erupted. Running footsteps. Screaming. Animals losing their minds. Lena collapsed, convulsing. Evan screamed for help. When workers finally arrived, one recoiled. He whispered something Evan wasn't meant to hear. Lena went still, unconscious, breathing. The train began moving at dawn. As it passed that stretch of track, Lena turned her head. Near the trees, that woman stood, smiling. Lena didn't sleep for weeks. She screamed names in her dreams. Sometimes Evan's, sometimes not human. Eventually, she recovered. Mostly. But Evan says, sometimes late at night, the mattress sinks, and someone sits beside him, breathing, waiting, because whatever stopped that train never got off. So, if you enjoy stories like this one, Feel free to like the video or subscribe to the channel. And you're always welcome to share your thoughts in the comments. I do read them,